Hey guys! Welcome to Couple. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. When Kathleen Turner, standing in the Volterra reception area, introduces herself in her singular throaty rasp, the effect is almost comic. Who else has a voice like that? This thing happens with restaurants, says Turner as we walk to a conference room. I'll call up and say, "This is Kathleen Turner," and they'll hear me and say, "Why yes it is." For a time, that voice, and her charismatic blend of steel and sass, made Turner one of film's most interesting and popular actresses. The now 64-year-old starred in an impressive string of 80s hits, Body Heat, Prizzy's Honor, and Peggy Sue Got Married, among others, as well as The War of the Roses, Romancing the Stone, and The Jewel of the Nile, the latter trio all co-starring Michael Douglas. But by the mid-90s, as a result of a devastating combination of illness, addiction, and, she says, an unfair reputation for being hard to work with, her era of big Hollywood success was over. Since then, Turner, a blunt talker, has turned most of her formidable energy to theater, and also regularly conducts master classes for acting students across the country. "I've been acting professionally for 41 years, says Turner. "I think my ability to maintain a career for that long has a little something to do with quality, don't you think?" She teasingly arches an eyebrow. "Maybe I'm being pie-eyed. I randomly caught Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf on TV the other night, and it made me wonder if you'd watched Elizabeth Taylor's performance before you played Martha." God, no. Quite the opposite. For a while I felt like half my life was making her wrongs right. "Sorry, Elizabeth Taylor's?" "Yes. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof." "You ever listen to her voice? It's awful. But you've got one of the all-time great voices. Maybe that makes you a tough critic." "No. She has a bad voice, badly used. In any case, people are after me all the time to do Sweet Bird of Youth, and I'm like, enough Taylor shit." Maybe you don't like Elizabeth Taylor's acting, but she was at least charismatic in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Wasn't she? I don't think she was very skilled. And Edward Albee disliked the film intensely. In the play, when George comes in, he pours himself a drink and then nurses that drink the whole evening. The film got that completely wrong. Taylor and Richard Burton are drunk and screaming at each other the whole time. I heard somebody once say about the film, "I get this at home. Why would I go see it?" But I was lucky that I got to do the play myself and show the humor in it, for God's sake. Luck has a big part in anyone's career, yeah? What else, aside from luck, has driven your career? Rage. What do you mean? I'm fucking angry, man. About what? Everything. Where does that anger come from? Injustice in the world. How does rage show up in your work? In my cabaret show I use this passage from Molly Ivins', "Beloveds, these are some bad, ugly, angry times. And I am so freaked out. Hatred has stolen the conversation. The poor are now voting against themselves. But politics is not about left or right. It's about up and down. The few screwing the many." She wrote that over 10 years ago, and it's no less true today.